Good heaven.
What's good, Pops, man? Everything
What's
good?
happening? What's happening? Everything good? Yep. Just had to swallow some food right quick.
Hey, ain't nothing
Yeah,
wrong with
sure.
that.
I didn't eat myself.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't
Chicken
nothing
sandwich
wrong with
and
that.
veggies.
And they got the Detroit game going on right now. They was down big, but it looked like they trying to get it together before halftime. Every game, this is how it go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Down
ebbs
big
and
early,
flows.
get within 10, get up in the
Mhm.
third, fall off in the fourth.
The Detroit is sort of the anti-Knicks, I should say.
Yeah,
They're the opposite of the Knicks.
yeah, I
Mhm.
hear that. Sure. Yeah, I wanted to start off the show today, man. R.I.P. Coach Jones. You know what I'm saying?
For
Gotta
sure.
say it.
Definitely.
Gotta say it.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
hey, was Coach Jones still coaching when you was there, D? Or he had already? Oh,
Yep.
he
Hmm.
He was
was.
still there. There's
Hmm.
Oh,
people
wow.
younger than me was talking about Coach Jones.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good
He
stuff.
did the
Hmm.
thing. He did the
Mm.
thing. Sure,
Legend.
man. Pops, you probably knew him all the way from way back when, huh?
Way back. Yeah, I remember him playing in high school. They came up here, Battle Creek Central, and he played guard with Gene Brown. Gene
Okay.
Brown was an all-stater.
Oh
He was
man.
like a sprinter.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Them son of a guns, boy. They lock you up full court. And Johnny somehow he'd end up getting a steal, and he just get it and throw it.
Mm.
Gene be gone. Got it, laying it up. Hey,
Oh
Wolf
man.
Sexton out. Yeah. But I was about 12 then, 11 or 12 somewhere.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what's up, man. Cause
He was
shoot, you know,
teaching back then how to play defense and how to.
right. Hey, yeah, he always,
Mhm.
yeah, he's that guy, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For real. Yeah, Jones, man, he was always cool people, man. The one person,
Mhm.
I never lost a free throw battle to anybody except for Jones. Like, I just don't know how he
That's
was
crazy
doing
to
it.
hear from you. That's
Yeah, like man, I beat
Uh-huh.
everybody. People in the league now, and
Yeah.
like I done beat everybody in free throws, but I just couldn't beat Jones, man. And then I was like, he'd shoot five, whether he see me in the hallway walking, whether it be lunch or if I'm in his class. He like, man, get in here, man. You know what time it is, Turner. Yeah, I mean, he'd shoot five free throws. He'd make all five, man. And I
Mhm.
make four. I think I had him, and then I missed that last one. And then, said, I was like, man, that's because you shoot first. I was like, that's because you. He was like, well, go ahead, shoot first. You know what I'm saying? And now I made all five, and I'm like, I got him. And he
Uh-huh.
he made all five and just walked off smiling. Like, you still ain't beat me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's crazy. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was one of those guys, man. I was happy to be able to be in his class all my years. I was at Everett, you know what I mean? So I
Hmm.
got to sit down with him and talk to him a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was just one of those guys that was you know, man of little word and a few words. But if he do say something, you either about to be cracking up or you about to feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For real. I
Yeah,
know
great guy.
when I was going into my junior year, I was lazy. I just couldn't get over the laziness. I knew I had the game, but I wasn't going to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? He's like, "Yo, you ain't at conditioning." I'm like, "Man, it
Right.
ain't tryouts yet." You know what I'm saying? He like, "Look, hey, I don't care if you got straight A's. You're A." He would never cuss. He'd say the letter. He's like, "You're." He said, "Your A. I don't care if you got straight A's. Your A ain't gonna make the team if you ain't
No, that's
conditioning."
right. That's where you make the team in conditioning. Yep.
For real. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah,
Mhm.
that's something though, man. Good guy.
Mhm.
R.I.P. Coach Jones, man. Lansing
Yeah.
legend.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. One thing definitely we loved about him, he'd always ask about you guys.
Oh yeah.
Every
Oh yeah.
time we saw him, he that memory of his was
Yeah.
great. He could
Yeah.
remember everybody.
Man, that's
Remember
what's up.
stuff.
That's what's up.
Yeah, most people ain't got that. No,
Yeah,
I don't.
man. Real. They say they're gonna have the service at
Mhm.
Everett, and they said they're gonna
It's
do it the
packed.
same
Yeah.
rules as the game rules. Like once he gets to a certain capacity, you ain't
Mhm.
getting in.
Yeah, it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be
Yeah,
packed, I'm sure. Mm,
yeah.
mm, mm.
That's what's up, man. Hey, well deserved, man. Put the years, put the time in. For
Mhm.
real.
Yes,
Those
sir.
championship runs with the girls, championship runs with
Hmm.
the boys.
Yeah.
What more can
Yeah.
you ask for, man? Like,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
real.
You gotta pray for his wife, boy.
Oh
She's
yeah.
oof, mm,
Yeah. True that.
going through it. She's
True
going
that.
through it lately. Mm,
True that, man. For real. So yeah, it was always something, man.
mm, yeah.
Always something with old Jones, man.
Hmm.
For real. Good guy, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
he used to referee some of them church league games too, because I ain't go to condition. I never went. So but I said I'm gonna get in every other league I can get in if I ain't gonna be on it.
Mhm.
And then he was refereeing one of them church league games I was in. First four times down the court, I hit threes each
Mhm.
time. I had 12 points first plays of the game. And he just running behind me. He said, "Doggone shame." Like, oh. Like, you know you ain't supposed to be out here.
Mhm.
You supposed to be out there. For real.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
Yep.
is.
Yeah.
Oh man. For
Mm.
real. That's them life lessons though. Part of the reason why, shoot, hey,
Mhm.
ain't missing no opportunities now. I don't care what I gotta go through.
One of them, if you knew back then what I know
Right.
now
Come
moments.
on. Come on. For real. I'm taking the
Mhm.
narrow path. I don't want the easy path.
Mhm.
For real. I ain't
Yeah.
lazy no more when it comes to this
Mhm.
stuff. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's what's up,
Yeah.
though, man. Old Coach Jones.
No.
Mhm.
Real. Well, you know,
The
how
goat.
y'all feel about your Lakers, man?
Uh, it's whatever. We wasn't able to go no farther.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in black. I'm still in mourning when I'm.
That's what Sean Dell said. He said he ain't had a chance to process it
Mhm. Man. Woo.
yet.
Last night actually, I'm in good spirits after last night, personally,
Mhm.
Mhm.
because the series and the anger was already over by that.
Yeah.
The anger was already over by that point. So
Yeah.
I was just and really, if Austin Reeves isn't garbage, where are we at now?
Man.
He's
Yeah.
good when it don't matter.
Yeah, the greatest player ever when it don't matter, man.
Hmm.
You got a point on that one.
That's why he got to go.
Like, what's up with it, man? JJ Redick playing them like that. Like, man.
That was insane. That was the dumbest coaching move. I mean, even if you just bring in, especially with yesterday's game, you just bring
Mhm.
in Hayes or whatever and tell him, you're going to play 3 minutes. I don't care if you get 5 fouls, you ain't playing for three
Yeah.
minutes. Go in
Right.
there, push Gobert around, don't let him get to
Right.
the near the basket, I mean, he was
Mm.
killing them. Every other
He
play. Every time they went,
Well,
destroyed.
right there,
apparently
getting the rebound, dunking on them.
agree with him not playing. So
You say what, D? You
I
broke
said
up a
the
little.
assistants apparently agreed with him not playing as well, from what I've heard. So I'm kind of at a point where it's like I'm just shaking my head personally.
Yeah, that's it really is insane, to be a first time coach, because the game before you played the same 5 people the whole second half. No subs.
That
All
killed
right.
him right there. Dead
Yeah.
legs.
Like, come on. You got Luka and you got LeBron. Those are 2 people you can't be playing like that when you know
Right.
you got to play a 1 day break and then you got to play again. You can't play them like that.
But
And
one,
then,
it's that. Well, LeBron, 40 years old, and I don't know if it didn't matter how many days between the game, he was gonna be tired. He's not.
Well, you got to think about it though. He's playing center basically. They got him at the 4, but he's the center. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Julius Randle and Nas Reed is not you're not gonna bully them. You're not gonna run right through them. They're gonna do that to you. As soon as you do that to them, they're like, "Oh, that's how we playing." Finally, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Let's
You know
go.
what I mean? So LeBron can't do what he would have did to, Chet Holmgren. You know what I mean? He can't do what he would have did to one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, Nas Reed is gonna be there. Julius Randle's gonna be there. They're not gonna back down. They're gonna welcome all of this pushing in rough play.
All the smoke.
Now,
speaking of smoke, I do have a shot to throw real quick, and I'm gonna throw the shot and hide my hand. Mark Williams, physical. You didn't make the squad, my guy.
Yeah,
you can shoosh.
Yeah,
and you about to be out the league in a couple of years anyway.
Oh man,
so we don't have to talk to you no more. All right,
just long. He just long.
Back to
Lakers. He said he gonna be out the league, man. Don't do him like that.
Anybody in Charlotte ain't going nowhere. If you get a job somewhere else, maybe you could do something.
He just needs to put on some weight, and, he'd be all right.
Man, I'm looking.
He's better than Maxi Kleber.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That's just, man. Just go down the line and spit in all your benches. Well, how do you play this, man?
It's January. He ain't been to one practice. You gonna put him in the game?
This is insane. This is insanity. But I mean, I go back to what I said. When you got Luka and AD in a trade, get what you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, get a big man. If you don't get Lively or Gafford in this trade, you could at least got Dwight Powell. You could get somebody in this trade. Like, man, like Kleber, he's not like he ain't about to go down there and mix it up with nobody.
Useless.
Like, what in the world? And then you play him over Jackson Hayes, who's in shape and been playing. You know what I mean? This it's insane. It's but to the point though, like when the trade was made, most people thought that it was good for the Mavericks the current year, and it was good for the Lakers going forward in the future. You know what I'm saying? So during the season, the Lakers overachieved once they got Luka. Yeah. And then they just showed us who they are once they got here. And once they got to the playoffs, they're still
to be
3
fair,
or 4 pieces away.
To be
fair, fool's gold.
To be very fair, is if you have anybody that can score the basketball in the fourth quarter, the game's end completely differently. And it comes down to making shots.
But
you dead tired.
If you got this is par for the course for LeBron. We know how he acted in fourth quarters.
But if I'm shooting 4 for 12 from 3 and I made 8 threes instead of making 4 threes.
This is on Luka and this is on Reeves. As far as scoring in the fourth quarter goes. Because one person they can't point the finger at that they was trying to was Hachimura. They can't point the finger at him. That boy did his job. He can't play no better than what he played.
Yeah.
So I don't know what made you think Dorian Finney-Smith can guard Gobert. Like he can't guard nobody. They say he a 3-and-D guy, but I didn't see that.
All he could do was smell Gobert's armpits is all he could do.
Like, man, when you let Gobert put up 27 and 24 in a closeout game, That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then Gobert says, like his words in the press conference was, over the series, I could feel them not being able to keep me off the boards. Like I could feel them weakening. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow. To be just saying like, wait a minute, for Gobert to say that.
You know what? It's really it was a bit of karma here for Luka. Because he was talking trash before the series, and he was very happy to see Gobert on the other side of the floor.
Yeah.
So, and he said that out of his mouth. So it's really karma right now. He was the undoing.
Some great motivation.
Man, that's nuts right there. I just can't believe it.
Yeah.
This is how it's gonna play out. That's exactly like I was sitting there watching the game. Like, am I really watching what I think I'm watching? Like,
what, Rudy Gobert?
Yeah, like
Rudy Chamberlain, you mean?
I was like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? How is he catching all of this off the rim? Like, you don't have anybody to stop him.
Yeah.
For real. He even did a little back cut one time. Like,
they weren't cutting him out. They weren't putting anybody on him, and just doing what he wanted to do.
They thought they had him under control. They was just like, they just didn't even have him on the scouting report for that last game. For real. Like, he's a non-factor.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
Okay. I told y'all before the playoffs started how all them games he was, you know what I'm saying? He was hitting 20 points, and I was like, wait a minute, let's not overlook Gobert, because he's doing some major things.
I know I overlook a 7'2" dude, but we overlooked him big time.
For real. I mean, through the first 4 games, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe he's back to regular form. But nope. Nope, he was just waiting for his opportunity. Like, please forget about me.
He should have shot 25 free throws, because I'd have fouled him 12 or 14 times.
Oh, yeah. And that's another thing I was thinking. I thought they was just going to get the hack in him at least. Put him on the line.
Touch it, break his arm.
Hey, man.
Make him shoot free throws. No, he ain't wanting to do that too much.
I mean, that's how the Warriors beat the Rockets the game before last. They put Steven Adams on the line, and they had to take him out. You know what I'm saying? Because Steven Adams was dogging him. They couldn't make no layups. He was swatting everything. For real. So Steve Kerr, like, put him, hacker Adams, so they can set him down.
They got the same problem the Lakers did. No size.
Oh, yeah, they in trouble. They in trouble. For real. So they might as well go ahead and lose these last 2 to the Rockets, so we can at least see an interesting second round.
I mean, the Warriors are one of the best. They're probably the best defense in the league, honestly. And that's me giving them that credit personally.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, as long as they let Draymond get away with murder, yeah.
Well, they will. They let Draymond. Draymond gets away with a whole lot.
Oh, yeah, you know he do. You know he do.
And also, I do now. While I might have gave the Warriors credit, I do have to kick their back end right now too. I'm gonna try to be unbiased here, because y'all know I was tripping on the Warriors last time we was on here, so I'm a cool Warriors, because I was tripping that week about Golden State.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you. You was doing more than tripping.
Really, I was playing nice on here. Like, that was the nicer end.
But before you finish your statement, man, I was after you did all that Curry slander. I was watching Saturday Night Live from a few years ago, and they was doing the first take, little spoof, and they was acting like Kendrick Perkins, and they was like, Steph Curry is the worst player to ever play. I was like, man, this is exactly what he was trying. Like, man.
I mean, that's a concept. Overrated is one thing. Overrated does not mean bad.
Yeah, I hear that.
And
I guess I could let that slide.
Overrated does not mean bad.
I hear you.
But to kick their back in, they cried a good amount. Like Steve Kerr was talking about, I'm about to go talk to the officials or whatever, or talk to the league about hitting his hand that's injured. And it's like, so, and And he was actually playing clean defense. And I'm defending Dylan Brooks right now.
Okay, goodness.
Good luck with that.
but I'm definitely not a fan of Dylan Brooks.
Oh yeah.
And he got punished and got sent to a better team, which is kind of funny to me. A punishment was, you get to go to a better team
now.
Right. But the fact that they want to sit up and cry about somebody, if the greatest shooter ever has an injured hand, and I can slap him on that hand because it's part of the ball according to the rule book. And that's another thing about the Lakers Timberwolves that kind of irked me too. They got a call from heaven with the drone in the sky, and they called the hand on the ball a foul to give Timberwolves free throws at the end of game 4 there was pretty stupid to me. But
yeah,
if the ball is a part of the hand, that's legal. It's free.
He shouldn't have part of the ball. Yeah.
He should have a hurt hand. It's not our fault that his knuckle is the size of a golf ball. This thumb, and then that's the thumb too, right? And that's the thing. And it's like he can. Like, are we just supposed to not try to use competitive? And then, mind you, these are the same people that played in the era. You could get clotheslined out the air. And then when they say, if the 70s, if we would have played Curry, we would have targeted his ankles and we would have hurt him and letting him play.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Thanks for letting me know so I can hit you a few times.
Right. Yeah.
But that's pitiful. That's all I have to say. And they got beat by 50 and didn't even try to come back in when he got the game down close.
Well, the reserves were doing well enough.
Yeah, them boys came in balling.
Yeah.
They were playing against the fourth string.
But hey, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. When you put Jock Landale in, you don't have a good time on your team.
That's what I was saying.
But man, I didn't even know he was in the league still.
I hope that doesn't fool Steve Kerr into thinking to start playing some of them boys pivotal minutes.
Well, but now I will.
Strength in numbers.
They're gonna have to play Trace though.
No, definitely not him.
They got to play him, so they got to use him He's same way horrible. Jackson Hayes did.
Worse than Jackson.
Go in there and beat him up for 5 minutes and come out.
He worse than Jackson Hayes.
Hey. He got 6 fouls he can use.
Big body.
But I mean, that would be a lot smarter than what JJ did that time. So I was like, you're not going to even try, even with you got to even go try. But I got to leave the Lakers in the past. We're talking about Rocky and the Lakers now. But
speaking of the Lakers, no.
Right? But it's like Curry, I'm hitting your hand. If it's the shooting hand, I'm doing it more. Yeah. And then even when you're doing the off ball stuff, I'm slapping at your hand there.
Yeah.
When you standing by the free throw line, if you anywhere near a defender or boxing out or anything, I'm slapping your hand right there.
Yeah.
When you dive on the floor,
to that hand,
we're doing that. And then that's the thing too. They try to talk about some ankles and different things. Ankle is one thing. That hands is part of the game. Well, you need your hands to play.
You know what? Amen Thompson got it under control. He got it under control. Curry. This is the first time I seen Curry thinks that he leaves somebody in the dust and then get his layup blocked. Like, man, that don't happen to Curry. So he's figuring out the same thing that LeBron is figuring out. Them boys getting old, man. And
Thompson boys got that good fast twitch to them, boy. They can cover some ground.
Hey, them boys, he he was making some crazy layups. I don't know how he stay in the air that long. I was like, oh man, this guy is serious for real. Man, I hope they get a way to get them boys on the same team. That would be, man.
So for Detroit's sake, I would hope not necessarily if I was in, because I mean, I don't know which one would be the one leaving.
Well, he would be going to the Rockets. They not letting the old boy get out of Houston. It's a wrap. So, he's solidified.
And really, Asar, he's doing pretty good for his own. He just got to get his offense back together.
Yeah, he doesn't have the same freedom that his brother got over there because, Sengun.
He just got shoved to the ground by Jalen Brunson.
Sengun is consistent. Sengun is consistent, and Jalen Green isn't. So that gives Thompson, Jalen Green, Van Vliet, Dylan Brooks, none of them are consistent. You get what you get. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, Thompson and Sengun are consistent. You know what I'm saying? Thompson's going to consistently give you effort, and Sengun's going to consistently give you points, rebounds, and assists. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to build around them two. Those are going to be the two that they build around. And it would be nice to see them get his brother over there with him because they'll, that'd be that'd be a scary situation if they both start playing free like that.
Yeah, locking up Muggs full court.
Now, I ain't gonna go back to the Lakers, but I am gonna get on LeBron for a quick second though. Because how come? Okay, so Kevin Gates is a rapper. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I really don't know what he is. I got the answer
ready for this one. I got a lot to say.
Okay, Stephen A. Smith talks junk about his son.
Yeah.
And LeBron can't contain himself. He has to take up for his son. His son. All right, let me ask this question. If you're an athlete in the NBA, you should be able to fight for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it came to a physical altercation, LeBron's son shouldn't just get washed by Stephen A. Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should be able to win that fight, I would think.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, Kevin Gates, rapper, disrespects LeBron's wife, says that he can see it in her eyes that she don't really love LeBron like that. She ain't in his corner like that. They be doing their family handshake. She be acting like she don't want to do it. And then he goes and sits courtside and LeBron doesn't even look in his direction. How you protect your son who can fight for himself against Stephen A. Smith, but you let this go though? You know what I mean?
He responded. He already responded. He said the king don't got to deal with peasants, man.
The king don't got to deal with peasants.
And then I'm in the playoffs and getting smoked right now. I don't got time for Kevin Gates.
Listen, this dude, nah, you can't take that stance with Kevin Gates but do what you did with Stephen A. Smith. For real. You can't do it because you talked about Stephen A. Smith like he was a peasant too. Said that he's sitting in his tighty whities eating ice cream on the couch, happy that you mentioning his name. You know what I'm saying? That's peasant activity.
Well, I'm about to continue violating Mr. Gates here.
Okay, yeah. Gates, I don't lie. I don't got. He ain't on.
It's clout chasing.
Oh yeah, he definitely trying to get some eyes.
And he was sitting next to his whore on the court side. So can we really
for the audience, PJ Washington's baby mama was with Kevin Gates front row at this game.
And she's not just
she got on the whole Muslim she got the whole Muslim fit on.
She's not just PJ Washington's baby mother. She has a long history of talking about sleeping with athletes and sexual acts she has done to different rappers.
So you shouldn't be sitting next to her talking about somebody like Savannah.
Yeah. And she has no place near.
And as a
hood.
And from what I know of the Muslim faith, you don't speak on another man's wife. You speak directly to that man. You know what I'm saying? Not to the world. So that just lets me know all I need to know about Kevin Gates. I'm not even talking about him. Yeah, maybe peasant. Maybe he is. You know what I'm saying? But LeBron,
his music hasn't been relevant in in God knows how long.
Nah, but LeBron though, for him not to even,
yeah,
you got. it make it look like you scared of somebody who might be in the gym a little bit younger than Stephen A. Smith. Like you could, but because I would think you would want to take up for your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you come in with that type of energy where you couldn't even contain yourself, you had to speak to Stephen A. Smith. You had to cuss him out.
To be fair, now, Stephen A. He was just he was a victim of circumstance, right? Because I'm gonna shoot some bail. I'm gonna play devil's advocate to what you're saying, because I may or may not agree with.
Yeah, I hear you.
Taking, and I would have took it there with Mr. Gates if I were LeBron James. But the thing is, I guess in Stephen A.'s case, right, there was multiple occasions he was talking. There was multiple incidents, and then there's a lot of people, different people, that were talking about Bronny and his situation, because everybody had an opinion on it. Whereas nobody really has talked about what Kevin Gates said.
Yeah, I hear that.
So, and then they're taking advantage of Bronny altogether because people are slandering him.
All right. Well,
at the time, yeah.
But you know what though?
Yeah.
LeBron made it known that he heard it by responding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking that he didn't have a problem that it was Bronny who was spoke about, because Stephen A. Smith didn't really talk about Bronny. He talked about LeBron's parenting.
Yeah.
So he stood up for himself, really what he was doing. And now you ain't standing up for your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like if he would have said something about you, you would have went over there and be like, hey, bro, don't mention my wife. Don't mention my family. But he just talked about her. So you like, man, I don't respond to peasants.
But what can he do in the playoffs? And then he just had this entire fiasco with all of that stuff that just happened.
Hey, maybe it would have did something. Maybe it would have did something, because look what did happen in the play. He home. He on his way to Cancun. You know
he could have went for a loose ball and accidentally gave a man a forearm upside the head.
Right.
It was an accident, loose ball.
Like for real. He could have went over there and been like, yo, if you a grown man, don't speak on me and my family, man. Just don't do it. All right, I'm back to the game.
You know, I might would have had to do something just because you could get him banned from future games.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you try to fight a player, you're getting banned for life.
It would have been interesting. It would have been interesting.
At least from the crib there.
I mean,
But
oh well, you would think. But I don't even want to say this because it could take us in a totally different direction. But in that same building, Shannon Sharp did try to fight.
The
whole Grizzlies
I'm happy
team.
Because I was gonna start with him today.
That wasn't against the Lakers though. He was for the Lakers, so they were like, "Good with that." You know, go get him.
True that.
No, but the thing is, that was the Grizzlies that picked the fight, though. I would say.
Yeah.
It's like, and then that's another thing that's stupid to me is people like the Anthony Edwards and all them, they're talking about, oh, they said the Lakers in 5. And it's like, are you telling me that you took a joke that seriously, dude? Like we're taking a clown show like Stephen A. Smith. Like that's the same with that LeBron. You taking a clown like Stephen A. Smith. But the thing is, and then that's the thing, a lot of the talking heads on TV are clowns, complete clowns.
I mean, they do this. They say what they think is going to get a rise out of the public.
Trying to get clicks, eyeballs. What people talking about them. Like we're talking about.
But see, people like.
And then when something don't got nothing to do with LeBron, they'll be LeBron James and LeBron James, and we're talking about Michael Jordan. Or we're talking about Michael Jackson, and they'll bring LeBron. We talking about like we could be talking about Tom Brady, they'll bring up LeBron James. We'll be talking about the Patriots.
We'll be talking goats.
We'll be talking about Shadur Sanders going to Cleveland. They'll bring LeBron James in it. You know?
Yeah.
People like, and then that's the thing that's always irked me, because it's like people are delusional about that man.
He moves the needle.
And it's like because some guys that are fans of his think he's the greatest player. People just lose their minds over that. And there are people that talk about LeBron James every day that claim that hate the ground the man walk on. They want him to be all this bad stuff like we've talked about before. to justify their insane hatred of this man.
Well, I'll tell you like this, man.
That might make him the greatest because it's like I never seen Rent Free like this before.
As far as the reporters saying Lakers in 5 and it putting a chip on the Wolves' shoulders that much, Ant-Man is one of those people that is like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan, like how Jordan would make up stuff to get himself mad. You know what I'm saying? Ant-Man, like, okay, y'all say Lakers in 5, we gonna be Wolves in 5. You know what I'm saying? He carries it like that, and ain't nothing wrong with that. That extra motivation is what the Lakers didn't have.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't see nobody that was willing to get down and dirty and fight when it was time to get to the money. You know what I'm saying?
They rolled over pretty easy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And we'll see how it goes in the future for them, but I don't know. They need a lot. They need
big changes. Big changes.
Yep.
You look at that last game, and what did Minnesota shoot? 18% or something like that from 3-point.
Oh yeah,
Lakers should have blew them out by 15 points.
They played the 2018 Rockets game and still won.
Yeah, and they didn't even play my my guys. Dillingham and Shannon over there chilling. You know what I'm saying? They lucky they ain't play them boys. This would have been over in 3.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have showed up for 4. Like, man, forget this.
Right. Trade half the starting lineup for them guys. Right. Give me your bench over there.
Right, for real, man. Well, that is one thing that I noticed about this playoffs too, with everybody shortening up their with their depth charts.
Yeah.
Not the Timberwolves. They playing theirs. They playing their players, and them boys playing meaningful minutes, and they doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, there's quite a few teams playing right now that I don't see them lasting very long against if they play like they played against the Lakers.
Well, yeah.
You do what you just did last night against Houston, you getting beat by 40 like Golden State did last night.
Well, that's why I want to see them.
Golden State, they're beating you by 40.
I mean,
you play against the Thunder, they might beat you by 80.
I don't think. Yeah, well, that's different. I don't think Golden State got what it takes to beat the Wolves, man. I don't think they do.
I'm hoping you're right because I do not want to see Steph Curry go any further.
I mean,
if he can lose the next 2 games, I would legit lose. I would fall in love with basketball again if Curry.
They got tough.
It's Curry.
If they lost to Houston, I would die a happy death. Come on.
They got people that's they not gonna be scared. They not gonna be scared of Draymond. They not gonna back down to Jimmy Butler, and they got different people they could throw at Steph. They might not be as productive as Thompson is against them right now, but McDaniels can hold it down. You know what I mean?
He's doing a good job right now against Luka.
Yeah, for real.
But the thing is, Curry ain't that slow-footed. I'm gonna need Luka to lock in with LeBron and figure out some body work.
Well, but see, this is where my problem come in with the Warriors, where I think they just need to go ahead and lose these 2 games and retool their team for next year. Because
they are Brad. I will say
Steve Kerr's message out of halftime yesterday was, I'm gonna give you guys 5 minutes to get back in this game. If not, I'm gonna pull you so we can start resting up for game 6. If that's the last thing I hear out of halftime, I'm gonna do exactly what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like normally Steph Curry gonna cut, move. He wasn't doing none of that. He was standing right there at the curve. Like, if I get the ball, I'll try to do something with it. Draymond, he ain't had that zip on the ball when he was passing it. Like, they were ready to go sit down. Like, we got 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes. No, for real. And it was like they were already defeated when they came out of halftime. For real. And I don't if that's the motivation that you're pumping into them, you might as well go on.
That is really bad.
Yeah, for real. Like, yeah, man, we about to get back in this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna take your butts out there and play.
You would think your mentality.
terrible.
Man.
Like that roster is not like outside of the top 3. You got Draymond, Butler, and Curry. Everybody else is absolutely horrible.
But are they that old where you got to protect them to that point? Like, I got to let you know that I'm about to protect you. Like, you got 5 minutes. You know, like, man, we want to rest. We don't even want to play hard. Man, take us out now, man. We'll sit the whole half.
I feel like, and then Pods, I feel like he should be somebody playing a lot in those moments too.
And they set his butt down.
I'll give him credit. Outside of the game, he was sick. He's been playing pretty good this series.
Yeah, I was surprised that they set him for the rest of the game like they did Stephen. And like, man, make his butt get up and play. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this?
As somebody who doesn't like the Warriors, but I understand the game. Please, why is Moses Moody not playing? Because he's a sniper. He can shoot like a mug.
Yeah.
And he'd take it to the cup. That's why he was the leading scorer for the team yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got an opportunity and he filled the cup against the starters. Because the Rockets played their starters. They had to put all their boys back in.
Yeah, they put them back in, yeah.
It's different once you shut that motor down to get it cranked back up sometimes. You know,
we thought we were done for the night.
Yeah. You up 20 and then mugs come in, you just looking at them like, what they gonna do? You know, it's just hard to get motivated. So he got hot. He did get hot. I couldn't miss for a minute there.
Pistons are starting to shoot like they old selves again.
Yeah, they're done. They're about to roll over. Get their belly scratched and go.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Man, I just wanted them to get one in Detroit.
Yeah,
I thought them actually winning a playoff game in Detroit was more important than them winning the series. I just felt like they needed that one.
But the thing is, if they won today, they might as well just go ahead and try to take the next out.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But to come and let New York win all the games in Detroit, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. That's just
different. Boys used to hold down Detroit like no other, you know?
Yeah, I hear that. That's nuts.
But it's cool. And then the funny thing is, as the Laker guy, I don't have to worry about my East Coast team. But I feel more disdain towards the Knicks than I do the Timberwolves personally.
Yeah.
And then I hate New York fans. They be talking all that trash. Well, if look, y'all about to go home next round too. So we wasn't going much further, even if we did beat you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
always good headed one chip though. We beat ya.
I mean, yeah. Maybe they'll turn it around in the fourth quarter because they done went into all these fourth quarters up by 7, 8. So maybe it's their turn to be the ones to flip it around when they get to the fourth.
Mr. Clutch on the team.
Yeah.
Brunson is the greatest basketball player ever in the fourth quarter.
Oh, my goodness. They got a team full of Kyle Lowrys to me.
He's the greatest player ever in the fourth quarter. And the only other person comparable to him ever.
Okay.
Because he has a magnet on the ball. The ball just finds its way in the rim.
Nah, man.
I hate it with a passion. It makes me sick. The Knicks will never
refuse. I refuse.
Just how Jamal Murray in Los Angeles, no matter the Clippers or the Lakers, is the greatest player against them two teams. If he's in Utah,
nobody guard on the Lakers.
If he's in Utah or LA, he is the greatest basketball player in the world and ever. It blows your mind every time you see it.
What?
5 or 6 nights anyway.
All right. It makes me sick to my stomach every time.
Y'all got to get something going. Come on, Detroit.
So I'm thinking
they go cold.
That ain't no lie.
Y'all think the Thunder can get these Nuggets out of here, man?
Oh yeah.
Because that's probably what's
it ain't gonna be a sweep or nothing like that, but
for sure.
You know, this is Shea Gill's time to be like, this is why I'm the MVP. It's his time. You know what I mean? He got to show that.
If the Clippers could wake up Kawhi again, they might handle the Nuggets themselves.
Yeah. It's gonna be a
Kawhi
good game
looked like
tonight.
he looked like he took a step back that last game. He just didn't look like he was, doing what he was doing them other couple games there. So
yeah, that's true.
You got to wake him up.
I think he'll be ready today. But man, what's up with Halliburton dad, man?
Oh man, I'm not on the ball.
We effing do.
Yo. Ah man.
I'm gonna let y'all shoot because I've been talking to a lot of people and I'm almost talked out of it.
If I say what I gotta say, it's gonna go left.
Yeah, they should have picked him up by his ears.
Yo. All right. I'm gonna say my piece and I'm gonna leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna say how Halliburton's dad should have handled it. Okay. If he was gonna come out onto the court after the game that Giannis had, like he didn't just have that triple double, and it was mistakes that his teammates made. Why this was even a close game because they had the game won.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He should have came up to him because it's the best of both worlds. Giannis just had a triple double and your son still won. Okay, so go up to him, give him a hug, and say you played. You played. You know what I'm saying? Because what pisses me off the most about this is Giannis is the only superstar whose dad is not there that would have been there. Okay. LeBron, I don't know if LeBron knows his dad or not, and all these other people, but Giannis' dad passed away before Giannis got these MVPs and got to it like this. You see what I'm saying? So for you to go and just flash in his face like that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's way deeper than just supporting your son. You know this. You know what I'm saying? You know this, and you knocking him down a notch because he doesn't have his dad here to fire back at you. You know what I'm saying? Or he didn't have his dad here to be able to do that to your son. So really, you trying to do something. You doing something that you felt like that he couldn't do, and you was really trying to put that off in his face like that. And I ain't like that. That's what pissed me off. And then Giannis said that. Because that's really what Giannis was feeling when it was happening. He was like, my dad was humble. Like he sit in the back of the room and watch everything. You know what I'm saying? Like he was one there to help everybody. He wanted everybody to feel like they was brought up. He's like, I don't understand this disrespect. You know what I'm saying? And for him to even think like that lets you know why he was staring at Halliburton's dad doing that. He was thinking, this is a weak man. For real. Like this is
no doubt.
For real. And you know that's just
like a kid.
For real. And that's just nuts to me that he would be his moral compass would be that far off with him. If you want to do that to somebody else, fine, but not Giannis, man. That ain't cool.
Yeah, that's a toughie there. That's really just stupid and disrespectful. If anything, his son should have been the one out there, saying something or whatever. He won the game.
Right.
And he gone to the locker room. Your daddy out there talking about to get his butt kicked.
Right.
To tie his ears together.
Yeah, man. Goodness gracious. He done had one too many over there on the sideline.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, that to add to it a little bit, like the fact, because it's like when something happened in Detroit, you're kind of like, when something happened in Indiana, you're like, like, what happened in those places, right?
Right. Get some malice going.
And it's like, and the thing is, and I was like, shoot, I don't know, Giannis really handled that amazing personally. I think he was excellent. And then honestly, he was so funny in the he wasn't funny in the video, but the post game, he was like, he really should be the face of the league. I wish he would because man, when Giannis is the guy, basketball is great.
Yeah, I hear that.
And for him personally, I'm happy he handled it the way he handled it, and I'm happy he didn't take it further because he could have took stuff quite a bit of ways. And then, like he said, he thought it was a fan. If he just thought it was a fan, if he just stole off on him or something, that could have been that could have been really bad then, you know.
Yeah.
Or what was it? There was a Benedict Mathurin was acting a fool.
Oh,
I don't know if
man.
that was Giannis or if it was him or not, but
Well, I think
must have been telling him something.
Yeah, I think something happened with them on the court earlier in the game, and he just wanted to get back to addressing that to let him know,
Yeah.
like he's the dominant one. But one thing that Giannis didn't say that I wish he would have said is, okay, you did what you did, your son gonna have to deal with that.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, he's about to have to pay for that, but my Cavaliers have something for them next, so we'll see what happens in this.
Every time Giannis sees them going forward, it's gonna be a little extra on that.
Well, you know, that's kind of how the beef started. Remember, he scored like 64 on them that night, and then he tried to get the game ball, and then they tried to hold it from him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, but and the thing is, the Pacers, they've been in some very precarious situations because they were the ones that snitched on Ja because they were talking trash to Ja Morant and Ja Morant because he said he showed the little laser beam through the window.
Right, when they was getting on the bus.
Oh, we're so scared. Ja Morant showed the laser beam on
Yeah, they're a petty bunch.
Right. Hey,
but,
man, the Hoosiers, man. That's over there in Hoosier Town.
Man. That would have been quite the story though if something actually did happen there, because it's like they said that Ja Morant had the laser beam, and like if they said Ja Morant sent some hitters to the Indiana Pacers, but like really,
right, come on, man. boy. Speaking of that, they got that documentary, Gilbert Arenas and that boy Crittenton coming out. I gotta watch that.
Crittenton in prison.
I don't know if he's in prison or not. I gotta wait to watch the documentary to know what's going on, but I think it's gonna be hilarious.
Because you know what's crazy is like a lot of players from that time period. I looked up to him as a young boy, and I was like, a lot of people kind of went left completely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they left like I think who was it? J.J. Hickson. He used to play for Cleveland for a little bit, but he was in prison for what, life?
Wow, man, I ain't heard that name in a minute. J.J. Hickson, man.
He had his moments.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? There's another dude. I think it was Lorenzen Wright or somebody got killed.
Yeah. He got I think he got killed. Yeah, I think
he got
down
killed in Memphis area. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They still ain't solved that one.
Mm-hmm.
There, and then actually, you know what? And rest in peace to him. Because I the thought of that kind of brought another person to mind. I want to say rest in peace to Adrian Payne from Michigan State. Because his story, for him to go out that way is just...
Yeah, man. I mean,
trying to help somebody,
right?
Up shot.
Right. You never think that'll happen. Trying to do a good deed. For real. End up on the wrong end.
Yep, he overcame a lot. He dyslexic and all sorts of things,
Right.
But hey, it shows your life ain't fair sometimes.
Oh yeah, true that. For real.
And there is a rumor in the rumor bill I can bring up, and I'm gonna ask opinions on it here because we get to talk broadly, paint a broad stroke of the pen. So the Pistons are on the TV right now, and a lot of people are of the opinion that Cade might need a little bit more help on the offensive end, a viable second option, if you will.
Okay.
Most definitely.
And I don't know if it was real or not, but just for conversation's sake, the Pelicans just got a whatchamacallit. What is his name? My guy. He's the GM now because they sent my boy
Joe Dumars.
Yeah, Joe Dumars. So they were saying that his first frame of action, they were going to tell him to trade Zion.
Yeah, man.
And start from there. And if Detroit was to get in the Zion Williamson sweepstakes, what would you think of that?
Who would they trade for now?
Probably Ivy at least.
Oh.
Ivy draft pick.
Yeah, I'm good with that one. No.
Right. They're gonna have to give up more than that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you're gonna have to get at least 2 pieces.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll see.
wow. I don't know, man. I don't know. What you gonna do? You give up Ivy? You gonna give up Stewart?
Shoot, that's because the thing is, but if Mr. Thompson is going to Houston,
Ah,
but
yeah, you would think, but
because the only problem would be is Asar can't shoot and Zion can't shoot.
yeah, you right about that. Zion gonna get you them buckets though.
I do remember
Ain't no doubt
first
about
time
that.
Zion played, he hit them 4 threes, and I was like, oh, if this is what's happening, it's a problem.
Yeah, he can catch a flyer every now and again and hit a couple shots, but his thing, he's only gonna get 45 games out of him every year.
Yeah, yeah, for
Mm-mm.
real. I think we're gonna see a weird year of load management next year. Like it's gonna be like LeBron is gonna be like, you know what? I got to be ready for the playoffs. This can't happen again. Luca, they're gonna be like, they're gonna be not playing together during the season, trying to win games so they can both be fresh for the playoffs. People like Zion, like, oh man, I got to play enough games for us to get in the playoffs, and yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be kind of what Kawhi Leonard did this year. But when Kawhi came back, he got active. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't with the games. So I guess we'll see how it goes, man. But they would have to give up Ivy, Stewart. You know what I mean? And of course, they'll probably throw somebody like the journeyman Tobias Harris in there. You know what I mean? And then they'll probably send back people like Zion and Olenek. They'll probably do something like that. You know what I mean? Something.
But shoot, even then, Jalen Duren he's not a natural 5. He's more of a 4 or 5.
He good. He's good where he's at. He's all right.
Yeah,
He's
boy, the beast.
yeah, he's good where he's at. I think if you did bring in somebody like Zion, and if you did bring in Olenek, you know what I'm saying, they will be formidable. The Pistons got a good core.
Yep.
So now it's like, how much do you really want to tamper with it? You know what I mean? Like it's not much that they need.
I think that you would think they have a lot of cap space.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you got people like Tim Hardaway who can hit the threes, but you got Beasley coming off the bench who really hitting the threes. Like you need somebody in that starting 5 that can shoot. Shoot. Like they're gonna knock it down every time. And but what happened to Bogdanovich, the other one? Did they trade him?
Traded him.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He couldn't play no defense. None.
Okay.
Where does he play? Sacramento now?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like where he went.
He was with the Nets for a while. I don't know. I think he was. They traded him to the Knicks, and then he went to the Nets. I don't even know if he's in the league now.
Yeah, just weird.
He still play for the Nets, I think, maybe. No, he's free. He's not playing for nobody.
They don't need too much tweaking. For real. They don't need too much tweaking. They just need a couple pieces, and they'll be all right. Now, is Highland supposed to be a point guard?
No.
He's
forward. Small forward.
And I don't know how much they
a part of that deal.
Sasser ain't getting
Highland and another one. Send him too.
It's like, yeah, I'm trying to look at what they have that could take a step forward and be good for the team, that they wouldn't have to move them. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I just don't know. Oh,
and another thing too is somebody on Twitter pointed out that the Bucks are in basketball purgatory.
And Giannis could be gone, man.
Well, that's the thing is like if Giannis
their really only move is him.
But and then that's the thing, they can get a lot back for Dame and Giannis. I think, right?
I don't know, man. With Dame now, like I just don't know.
Gonna miss the year, and that contract is still crazy. So
like, and when will he come back? Playoffs next year? You know what I'm saying?
He's 34 right now.
That's if they make the play.
Yeah, like they need to move Giannis. I'm thinking they might not have a choice. They might have to so they can get those draft picks. For real.
Yeah, they
They
could
can,
get 2-3 pieces and still get a couple good draft picks for him.
yeah,
And
you can make something happen like when Utah moved Gobert.
It's a shame that it had to end the way it ended with this roster, really. And Middleton can't play no more, so you make a big move for another guy. You end up handing your biggest rival all the keys to the castle.
yeah, they just got old too fast and can't do much about it now.
They got
They
rid of
got
the
what they
coach.
got.
They got rid of that one coach when he was number one on in the East.
Yeah,
which was
they were
stupid.
33-13 at that in the season.
And Doc Rivers, I don't
Are you
know.
talking about Griffin?
Yeah.
They got rid of Budenholzer after a year after they won the title, And he proved in Phoenix that I don't know.
Right, that is true.
Well, he was on his way out. They really got, like I told you, if Giannis didn't step under Kyrie and hurt him, and Brooklyn would have won that championship, Budenholzer gone before the finals ended.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're in trouble. Definitely, that's the problem when you've been in that middle ground for so long. You just can't improve your team, and once it goes, it's going to have to go all the way down.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they're in purgatory.
Man, it's going to take some.
They ain't Chicago Bulls, so that's pretty good at least.
Speaking of purgatory,
yeah, man.
I assume they wouldn't choose to be there like Chicago did. I should say that because Chicago chooses to stay there.
Yeah, they not making no major moves. I don't know what's up with them. For real, even getting rid of, with DeRozan leaving and Levine. Sure, you would think you would have got back something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got back some money. That's what they got back.
Right now, who's gonna take the money? Are they gonna spend it? For real? Or are they gonna add on to the stadium with that extra money?
And then actually, I could give a shout out to D Rose because he was quite literally the only time in my entire lifetime that the Bulls have been true contenders for that 2 years.
Wow.
For that 2 year span, because the Bulls had just broke up around the time I was hatched.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. That lets you know how long they've been down.
25.
Man.
They're looking like the 70-year-old Hollywood starlet to you, huh?
Yeah. Well,
he was something back in the day.
Right.
Well, what's crazy is they had a lot of good players after Jordan that should have worked out on it. Like you got Ron Artest, Elton Brand, Lamar Odom, and like they couldn't have made a squad out of that.
Well,
didn't work. It did not work.
Yeah. It just went from bad to worse, had a couple good years and went back down again. For real. And I don't know. It's a lot of teams that are gonna have to figure it out this next year. I don't want to start the next year already knowing, you know what I'm saying, how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
So hopefully during this off season, it'll make something happen. It makes something happen.
Yeah, I know Oklahoma City is building that dynasty though.
Yeah, that's
they
what it
still got
like.
a ton of other people's draft picks and money, and they get one more decent shooter, boy, it's over.
They said that they got if something goes wrong with one of these teams in this lottery, they get a top 4 pick, and then they already got the 15th pick. You know what I'm saying?
If Philly get out of top 6, it's theirs too, so they could have an 8 pick, 7 pick.
And it's kind of like I'm pretty sure it's going to be people that leave in free agency or something like that, but it ain't going to be those top guys.
Right.
You know what I mean? All their guys that they count on are locked in. Yeah, it's a health game.
Actually, you know who a guy another. Well, the thing is, they already have a guy. Because I would say DiVincenzo would be a good pickup if they could snag him. Like, still the best of everybody's teams that they had to let go.
I just want to fix the Lakers.
Well, we're not in. Well, now to be fair, I can't say because actually, and that's the thing. Oh, I'm not gonna go there because I have some hate to kick. And I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. Like,
you turned over a new leaf.
Yeah. So the reason why I say that is we didn't rob anybody blind like Boston did. I mean, the Luka trade, but
fair trade.
Boston.
We gave up an All NBA guy.
The Nets, whoever the owner of, I was telling somebody the other day that whoever was running the Nets in 2014 or 13, I hate him forever. Because he is the stupidest general manager potentially. Now, and he you put old KG, Jason Terry, and Paul Pierce on a team with Joe Johnson and Darren Williams and Brooke Lopez. I thought you was going to get gentlemen swept.
Garnett?
And
that was definitely the old man squad.
and Boston picked up the pieces. They got Brown, Tatum, Smart. They got the pick that ended up being Colin Sexton that got Kyrie. Yeah. So Kyrie you got from that. And they got the championship. And they're reaping the benefits of the carcass of Milwaukee. Everything everything fell in Boston's lap. Like Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens. I don't blame Brad. Brad is he just came in, inherited, and did his job the right way.
Hey, I mean, he wasn't meant to be the coach.
Right.
Too smart to be the coach.
Yeah. So I mean, but I whoever that dummy that gave all of that Danny Ainge, man. And then and you know what's crazy is I was listening to another podcast at another point. Shout out to Legend of Winning and all of those guys over there. They had mentioned that the Celtics haven't won back-to-back championships since the civil rights era. And I was like, that's true. Because Larry Bird didn't go back-to-back, which I was shocked by. But I thought Bird went back-to-back at some point, but he didn't go back-to-back. So that means that they haven't gone back.
Collins and Havlicek didn't in the 70s. Yeah. Since Russell was there.
So, but they did win like 10 in a row. So, can you really fault them for that? I guess.
How many teams was in the league?
11
back
to
then?
13.
About 8, 9, maybe, give or take 1 or 2.
Yeah, it was a different world. They knew nothing about conditioning or anything.
Right. It's time to start the list over from 1978.
Dudes have second jobs.
I'm very much on board with that.
Right.
I'm on board with that exact year.
You know what? Whenever they inserted the 3-point line, that's where they need to start it from.
Perfect. Better. Yeah. Even better.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the salary cap and all the new stuff didn't exist until a certain point in time because the Celtics had the big stack team and the Lakers had the big stack team, so they had salary cap. There's so much to history that you gotta love, right? And I was like, I wonder. And then they just invented the second apron stuff now, because there's teams that spend and then there's teams that don't spend.
Yeah.
And then there's can't spend. But the thing is, the Thunder, they're in a very good position right now.
Excellent position.
Because it's like,
they good, man. They ain't gonna have a shortage of money, talent, or nothing. They're good.
And then, mind you, it come from another greedy idiot over in LA. Want to trade for the superstars? Oh, we can get Kawhi. And you've done
George,
right? Like, and then the crazy thing, Paul George. Like they destroyed everything.
Mm-hmm.
They made another monopoly. But the difference between it, I mean, they made another, and they gave away their promising rookie that they shouldn't have got in the draft anyway, that they traded for. Because Shea, if they knew how talented Shea was, that was what, 20? That was the Luka draft. He'd probably went top 3 in hindsight.
Yeah, if they would have known.
Just developed late. He wasn't that good when he first got there.
Right. Shoot, sometimes you figure it out, and that's what he did. For real.
Grew up.
I mean, he played with Chris Paul, year 2? And that was where he made a jump. He made a big jump. And then playing against the Warriors in the playoffs the year before, he made the jump there. Because he started showing flashes. I was like, hey, this guy might be nice. I didn't expect this. Now, I did not predict this. But
when he first went to OKC, who was the star?
They just got off Russell. That was the year where all that happened.
Okay.
Paul George was gone, so
because that was that second year. That was 1920 when LeBron and them went over, or AD went to LA.
And so he had to step up then. He had to step up into that role.
But that was their same year that the Rockets traded Chris Paul to Russell. Yeah. So that was that year too. Yeah. And they still made the playoffs and almost beat the Rockets.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. For real, yeah. Chris Paul got them in there that year, man.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, better times. I missed that year. I could live that year again and again and would never get
Now they just over there waiting on their opponent.
Yeah.
And the Cavs handled business, took out Dad's favorite player, Hero.
Man, I don't know if he's mine, but he definitely the camera's favorite player. Don't let him sneeze. Don't let him do anything. He gonna be on camera.
The worst part about the whole thing was he was like, "Oh well, we can't get swept, so we're definitely gonna win the next one." And then they died literally on the court, and nobody showed up. We had Thompson looking like he was 2016 Tristan again. Double machine.
Come on, man. You always got to take it a little bit too far.
No, that was for real. He was a double machine. Now in 2016 he wasn't. After LeBron and them left, he did become a double machine for a minute there. He was 10 and 10 every night.
So as far as, let's see, there's only one second round matchup that we know right now. That's the Cavs and the Pacers.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I think y'all gonna have to text me your because they're gonna be like staggering the games.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like all the first round games gonna be over, then they're gonna start the second round. Like they'll do like game 7. Something's gonna go to game 7 probably.
Game 7 will be Sunday for the
and
Clippers,
they're gonna start
or Pistons. If both the teams tonight that play go to 7, it'll be Sunday.
So if Golden State loses tomorrow, theirs will be Sunday too then.
No, theirs will be. Oh no, the Warriors will be.
They're going every other day now, aren't they?
Tonight will be Saturday, and then the Warriors will be Sunday, and then the game 1 with Cleveland and Indiana is Sunday.
Yeah. So Saturday evening, man, y'all gonna have to text me your winners in the games y'all think they're gonna win in Saturday evening. I need them.
We've done so well already.
Right.
Man, y'all doing this shoot. Y'all doing better than me, man. D predicted Celtics in 5 and Thunder in 4. So he's up big right now.
And I thought, and I'm pretty upset about the Detroit one because I was and I really should be there today if the games was called. If the game unfolded the way they were supposed to unfold, I'd have been there.
Yeah.
And
Pops, you got Celtics in 5 too.
Y'all didn't say Thunder in 4?
No, I said Thunder in 5. Pop said Thunder in 6.
Man, y'all were generous.
Yeah. But I did score big on the T-Wolves upset, though.
I say Cleveland in 4.
You said what?
Yeah.
I didn't say Cleveland
No,
in
you
4.
put Cleveland in 5.
Man.
Yeah. I think we talked you out of 4.
Good work. Good work. Good work.
So
You're
yeah, you
drinking that
up right
Laker
now,
Kool-Aid
man.
too, huh?
Hey,
Whoa.
what is I shoot, man.
You trying to get some fresh
Little
white
did I
teas on the way
know,
to you.
man, you know.
Real. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out before we put these second rounds on, man. We gotta know how it plays out first. It's almost there.
It might just have to go in the lab and do some math and figure out who will. Even I could do 50-50s if this team plays this team and if
I
this
mean, we'll be able to do the East if they lose this game.
right.
Real. Mm-mm-mm.
Okay. Oh man,
Don't look good.
it doesn't. Detroit,
Nope.
I think it's this. I think that's this time. But they came back in what game 3? That was they came all the way back and then lost at the end.
Yeah.
It was a tight series. I swear I would have won if the games that went the wrong way went the right way. I'd have won.
I mean,
and that
oh,
because
yeah. I had to think about what you just said. Of course. That's the only other way it could go.
I might would have been wrong if it's like because the thing is like they should have won game 1, should have won game 3 and 4.
Shoulda.
And they really should have swept these guys if the ball rolled their way a couple more times, they could have swept these boys.
Yeah, they
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Right.
And then even then, if it went the way it went, like if they still lose a couple more, like that, even this one, they should be 3-2 right now.
Yeah.
And taking them out tonight. But
I mean that Aaron Gordon, I don't know. Fingertips was still on the ball, man.
and Aaron Gordon. What did I say? Did I say Nuggets in 7 or 6?
You said Nuggets in 6.
Ooh, tonight.
Yeah, I said Knicks in 6. Uh-oh.
Hey, well.
Uh-oh, I could be coming back.
Okay.
Did I have Knicks in 6 too?
You got Knicks. You had Knicks in 5.
Okay.
And D had Pistons in 6.
Hey, this was my risky pick. This was a shot in the dark to get extra points,
Yeah.
Pick the Pacers.
So I said Nuggets in 6.
You said Nuggets in 6, yeah.
Showtime tonight, boy. I'm excited. I'm about to be. What is that? What did that dude? Who was it? The East Side Boys. You up in my white tee? Yes, sir.
Nah, man, that wasn't the East Side
Who's that?
Oh man, now you gonna make me think of their names.
D4L or something.
You said what?
D4L. One of them.
You about to make me pull up some songs, bro. You about to take me back, man.
It's them franchise boys.
Yeah, franchise boys. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about as long as they lasted. I'm not surprised you don't know, Pops.
Yeah. It happened after 1995. I probably have to bow out on music.
What did y'all get for the Rockets Warriors series?
I had Rockets in 7. You had Rockets in 7. Pops had Warriors in 6.
Oh, I think he might get that one.
Right, you might get that one.
Might take that off us. It might be Warriors in 7, and we all don't get that.
Are we doing on our all NBA stuff?
Oh yeah, I gotta send you the list to that still. I gotta send you the different teams. How you want it sent? How do you want it sent? Like starting 5, second 5, Reserve.
can
How
do
do
it
you
that
want
way.
to say that'll work?
Yeah,
Yeah.
however
yeah.
you send it, I can work it out and record it, or release it. If you
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see that. Hey, I've been watching some film too. Sure.
Yeah.
While LeBron want to talk all that junk like Giannis has scored 250 points back then. Hey, Walt Frazier was cold. He dipped that shoulder over the right. Oh, it's over.
Oh
It's
yeah.
over. Like,
Walt was the man.
I was just talking junk about Triple J backing people down from the 3-point line. Walt Frazier, man. He can do that.
You know what's funny? That was the old school team I did watch before then, because I was watching old school games on YouTube a few weeks back, because I watched the 93 Bulls versus Suns, and then I tried to watch some 70s because I wanted to go deep into the past.
Yeah.
Like 73 Knicks were, who they playing? I forgot. But I was trying to see what the similarities and differences in the game really were.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was some real basketball. That was a team.
Hey,
real team.
Yeah.
If the Lakers would have had Walt Frazier, they wouldn't have been out right now.
Nope.
I tell you that. He gonna get buckets.
Would have went a lot further.
The bigger the game, the bigger he showed up.
Man,
he might have put it on Mr. Murray. That's the greatest player ever in LA.
Oh man,
he'd lock Murray up.
Yeah, like from what I seen, that man was, he was getting there. He had his patented shot.
Yeah,
back you down, turn right over that right shoulder, money. You know what I'm saying?
And actually, that's the thing, and then that's the thing that makes me a little bit. I mean, I shouldn't say bad because it doesn't make me bad or anything. But a lot of the teams that haven't had a lot of success recently, they'll say it's some newer guy that's the greatest that ever played under this jersey, and it's like people will say Carmelo Anthony is the greatest Knick ever, and it's like that's because he didn't do anything.
Yeah, they ain't doing their research. You know what I'm saying?
Like, the only thing Melo ever did on the Knicks was beat the Celtics once.
He a beast.
Then he got one game on the Miami Heat. That was his claim. That was his greatest achievements. Now, I don't want to be there because that's kind of nasty how I said that. Because I'm a big fan of Carmelo.
Oh, here we go.
He's great. I enjoy his podcast a lot too. I love watching him.
I do like his podcast for real.
But he ain't really did nothing in the Knicks besides score 60 that game, and in that one game versus the Bulls where he caught fire at the end. That was one of the best Sundays I ever had. I swear.
Shoot,
that was
a bad boy, man.
That was an amazing night.
Make some shots.
Yeah.
Now, if Giannis could shoot and had a move like Walt Frazier had, then maybe he'd score 250 points a game back then. He could mix all that together. But nah, man. And then
he'd
I was
have
watching.
To be more skilled then, though, probably, if you think about it, or at least as far as post work, he'd have to be way more skilled.
Yeah, I was watching Bob Pettit too. He was shooting like he was dirt. You know what I'm saying? And it was like he was the first person to figure out the perfect jump shot. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was watching, I'm like, yo, he's like bigger than everybody, and he's pulling the jump. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why are they letting him shoot? Then I thought,
couldn't stop him.
That's what I came to realize. Like, oh, okay, they can't stop this guy for real. Man, it was definitely fun to watch. That on YouTube, they got something that's like they've doctored them up 4K, so you can like see clearly. It ain't all fuzzy and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it is nice. I had fun watching it. You know what I'm saying? I watched a little bit. I didn't watch as much Elgin Baylor, but I watched a little bit. And man, hey, that's probably the first person that I'm gonna have Lorene watch out of all of them, because the passes that he was making, he'd make you think he was shooting, and then he hit pass like, oh man, for real.
Yeah. He had a tick too that was like a neurological thing, and everybody thought that was a move he was making.
That's what I thought.
That's Muggs be jumping, he just gone.
Right? Yeah, I was looking at that. I said, man, he got the quick head movement.
Yeah. That was a great fake back then, boy.
Man. Yeah, shoot. That's definitely the first one I'm gonna have her watch. Yeah, I like how he played, man. He was always under control. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Definitely.
yeah, finding that open person. Like, yeah, I could take this wide open shot, but there's a better one right there.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, man, for what I got to watch. You know.
Yeah, he was incredible.
Yeah, so that's cool, man. So I'm gonna shoot you that list. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to see how I'm gonna do it, man. I might have to shoot, man. I probably just put it in the text, man.
Okay. That'll work.
Yeah. I just put it in the
Mm.
text, man.
How we doing with the awards for the year for the NBA?
Oh,
I was spot on quite a few. I'll say that.
You were, huh?
let's see.
Mm.
Well, we had, yeah, pretty much, man. You had most improved player was Daniels. You know what I'm saying? That was a good one. I had him second place. But
Yeah, I think he's second on my list too. I put Cade in there for most improved, didn't I?
I believe
Uh,
so.
uh, he should have been comeback of the year, if anything, coming back from the
Yeah.
injury.
Yeah. So that was and then they gave it to Pritchard. They gave it to Brunson. Yeah, D pretty much. Yeah, you had all them lined up.
Yeah, I
Those
mean,
was your guys.
I picked a few personal picks on there. Well, not a few, but Ty Jerome was a personal pick because I knew he wasn't going to win the award.
Yeah.
But I wanted, because really with the awards, I wasn't necessarily trying to pick the guy that was going to get picked. I was trying to sort of pick who I decided was this guy.
Yeah, we all had Castle. They didn't drop the all NBA teams yet, did they? No.
Not yet.
Yeah, so we was mixed in around there.
Castle was
That was the
definitely
closest on the
by
rookie.
default.
Yeah.
Rookie of the year.
Yeah, you pops, you pretty much had all the people that was in consideration on that one.
Yep. Yep. I was
Yeah.
pretty good on that one.
Yeah.
But if this series could be going 7.
I told you it ain't over yet, man. We'll see.
Hey, look at that work by Thompson right there, man. He's put him in his net. Oh, it's tie game.
Well, I ain't there yet, man.
No. You must not be watching TNT.
No, this is facts.
Mhm. Yeah, they still at timeout on TNT.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too. Oh, it is tied up.
Shoot, I was supposed to go to the gym after the podcast, but I might be at home tonight. This is coming down to the wire, man. If anybody can do it, he put the pressure on them to win one at home.
Knicks went off the rails a little bit there in the last couple of 3 minutes.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil too much, but
no, I think we might be about at the right spots, man, because I didn't know it was tied up at the timeout.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at 5 minutes and 30 seconds now.
Okay, I'm at 5:50 right now.
6:06.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's getting steep right now, but it's early. It's very early.
Yeah, it's a lot of time.
And like I said, Mr. Brunson, when it hit 3 minutes on the clock, is the greatest basketball player play the game.
Mr. Clutch.
Mr. Clutch.
You're gonna have to earn it tonight. Take it from him, K.
Oh yeah.
Show him who really out here, man.
One thing I'm not a big fan of is all the flopping and stuff that they be doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's because they're all adjusting to the calls right now. The referees have seemed to swallow their whistle on a lot of this contact,
Because Brunson, one thing about Brunson, he always throw his when you touch him, he throw his head back every time. If ever he dribble, he put his hand on somebody and he throw his head back.
Yeah,
that's what they're teaching
ridiculous.
These days.
They're challenging the call.
There's so many calls that they missed in this series. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That three, when they hit Tim Hardaway on that one
Mm-hmm.
game, that three, man, that ain't right. He should have been at the line shooting three.
Yep. Yep.
And that's like I was saying, that should have been Pistons in 6 tonight.
Yeah, man, you would have been right on, man. The referee stole that one from you. For real.
Yeah, that's why you don't use your challenges until you really, really, really need them. Just because somebody start twirling their finger, don't mean you need to challenge the thing. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you'd had a challenge, they didn't call nothing. No.
I mean, I don't know if they're wasting it, but Detroit just challenged because Brunson fell to his face right there.
Yeah, it's too early for that. Let it go.
Yeah, that's wild.
Too early for that one.
Yeah, it ain't been too much. It's been pretty straightforward in these playoffs. I ain't seen too many things that sparked my oh man, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about that. It's been pretty much straightforward.
But as far as what goes, situations, games.
Yeah, I'm just talking about basketball. It's just on the floor.
Oh,
you know, it's been pretty
Yeah,
much
they've let
straightforward.
they've let it get a little too physical. The only thing I don't really get into or believe was rightly called was that Draymond situation the other night when he had landed on the dude and then kicked him.
Oh yeah.
And then tried to kick him in the nuts. You know, nobody say anything about that, but he just missed. His foot missed, but he tried to kick that dude in the nuts.
Yeah, he sure did.
It's like, man, why ain't he thrown out the game? He done did 3 things. He, kicked the man, pulled on his jersey, and tried to kick him in the nuts, and he's still in the game.
Yeah, that
what
stuff
more
is
he got to
crazy.
do? What more he got to do?
And he almost roundhouse kicked Amen Thompson right in the face one game. Like, why are you lifting your leg that far, man? Like, it's no way for you to do that. Like, man,
unnatural stuff,
For real, man.
I don't know. It makes no sense. That's my boy too, Spartan Dog and all that.
Right.
Just like, but boy, he's doing too much.
Right.
He was really DMG right there. Mr. Van Dam, Rob Van Dam.
Wrestle on.
Yeah, trying to be Bruce Lee or somebody out there.
John Claude.
Yeah, man, that threw me off, man. I'm like, I don't know. He was extra happy when them boys got into it last night. When Spencer got kicked out the game, that headbutt, Draymond was over there like, yeah, I taught him well.
Glad they caught that one because it was pretty subtle,
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of these people that we picked for these squads ain't on the game.
They get Tim Hardaway.
You know how?
There's quite a few. Any Barkleys, any Reggie Millers ain't in there.
Yeah, Barkley and Reggie Miller. I wonder why they won't let themselves be on the game.
Charles Barkley, he said because they won't cut a check for legends, and that's why he won't be.
Charles want to get paid.
Well, he said that the old guys should get some money, or there should be like
they definitely should get something, because they didn't make nothing when they were in the league. So
right, that is true. That is true.
Had to work all summer just to make some money enough to play hoop in the winter.
Right.
Karl Anthony Towns is an embarrassing man. I'll just say that. There's something wrong with that guy. As much as I enjoy him as a player, there's something off about him.
Yeah, I'm about to start. I'm sending you them teams now, man.
All right.
For real.
And then actually, I might just do the sim and then send it to you and see, because I could send you multiple videos or however you want to do it.
Shoot, I'm interested in now. Here go Cat acting like he hurt. Here goes Kyle Lowry.
It can happen.
I would play I would do like a round robin thing, have each team play each other, and then you know what I'm saying? You see how it goes.
Oh,
You can put it together as many ways as you want to, man.
okay.
Yeah, it'll look cool. If you want to
Okay,
do any
we could do that then, because I was going to do a association mode, see who wins the championship and stuff.
Oh yeah, that too. That would be that would be cool. Do they let you do street ball simulations too?
We could do that, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be fun too. I'm down for it all, man.
And we could put all sorts of fives on the floor.
We'll just put music behind it, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? If you make the video, send me the video. I'll put some music behind the video and then we'll upload it. You know what I mean?
All right.
And just let it flow. I mean, I'm very interested in seeing how that play out. And then in the association mode, like in the association mode, you know, we'll just keep up on the records.
Yeah. That's a foul over the back. Detroit's locking in right now, man.
They need to.
Look at it. Let's sit down, bro. I know. I mean, I shouldn't say that. Detroit has been through a lot. This dude jumping up and down, yelling under the thing. And I'm like, bro, sit down. But I let him live today.
Knicks fans been suffering. Probably more in Detroit.
Yeah, that is true though.
And, you know, the Knicks haven't won a championship since I think
since 73.
Child.
73. Yeah. 73 last time they won one.
Wow. That'll be all right, man.
And what I said about Chicago, imagine doubling that or tripling that almost.
Mm-hmm.
So that's over 50 years they've been good.
Wow.
Or a champion, I should say. I shouldn't say they haven't been good, but I mean, but they had the Ewing years, so the Ewing, but they've been
in mid 80s. They were solid.
Mm-hmm.
Made the finals a couple of times. Got sent home.
They did make the finals in 95.
Yeah, they got beat by the Rockets.
And New York is
a one. Kenny Smith.
Yeah. The boys was getting to it.
And you know the thing about the Hakeem Olajuwon is Hakeem, I don't know how he pulled those off. He played against some great teams that he had to beat.
Oh, they had a great team too. Vernon Maxwell.
Oh, they didn't call a foul.
Yeah. Vernon Maxwell was a bad boy. Ain't
Clyde
trying to
Drexler.
mess with him.
Otis Thorpe.
Yep, Otis Thorpe was another one.
Robert Horry, Big Shot Bob.
Right.
They had some great teams back then.
For real. Nah.
Sam Cosell.
This is a really good game right now, man.
You said did you say Theo Ratliff? Theo Ratliff and like them people like Theo Ratliff and Antonio McDyess before they, you know what I'm saying? People like that, them hard workers out. You know, that's
Hey, you know, there's
Rockets had a whole squad of those.
You know, there's so many people lost in history. Like what was it? Sean Elliott used to play for the Spurs. And it was like, oh, he's a pretty good player when you look at his numbers. And what he was
sweet.
Yeah, and it's like, man, he don't get talked about at all.
Man.
Knicks can't make a shot now.
Right, all of a sudden, but hey, man, I said how this was gonna go down.
Yeah.
For real. real. They was just turning it
And
around.
I've already lost mine because they made it past 6 games if the New York Knicks lose. So I've already lost because the Pistons can't win in 6.
But you still gonna get some points for picking the winner if they win.
Oh, that'll work.
Yeah, being on the winning side helps.
That'll work. That'll work. That'll work.
Real.
But I want the total win though.
Right, you want to see the total win would be
I
picking
wanna-
the underdog in the right games.
Yeah.
That's the total win. That's the
Yeah.
for real.
And the point spreads.
Right.
It's the Pistons have 25 to the Knicks 9 points in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they win cold, man.
Man, Detroit on them odd quarter on the even quarters have been really good tonight. Like they scored 38 in the second.
Might be fatigue showing with the Knicks then.
Oh, if I'm
this.
Brunson, he's shooting a 3. He missed it. The magnet is not on tonight.
Not yet.
Right, not yet.
He's got to tweak it a little bit on the sideline.
Hey, they're doubling Tobias right now. He shouldn't have an
Get him
OG.
home then.
That's
Right.
hard.
What's your time on your clock, D?
Oh,
How much time you got left, D?
2:36.
2:36. Yeah, you way early, man.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling
Way early, man. You gotta keep it together, man.
Oh, Char.
Yeah, you gotta keep it together, man.
He'll be done showered and
telling
wrapped it up by the time
everything.
we see what's going on.
Stop telling everything, man.
Mm-mm.
This ain't the spoiler alert show.
Oh, really? Mr. Clutch ain't so clutch tonight, huh? How about that?
Oh, boy. Can't help himself.
It can't happen every night.
Man, like I said, Jamal Murray versus Los Angeles or Utah, or Jalen Brunson in the 4th quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I sent you all the squads. For real. Yeah, that's what's up,
Right.
man. That's
They will
what's
be
up.
lab in the morning.
That's what's up. Yeah, man, we're gonna finish up this game before we get off of here, man. I got to bringing good luck to these Pistons, hopefully.
Well, Brunson covered his number tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they say 26 and a half or something for him?
Yeah, they had him at that earlier. So yeah. Shoot, I jumped back in and got him at 34, man. Yeah.
Hits this free throw, you'd be in the money.
Right. Yeah, that's all I need.
Was James Harden going to show up tonight, or is he still on vacation?
You know,
I
was trying to vouch for James Harden a few weeks ago because I'm a fan of James Harden. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a James Harden guy. I'm a big fan of James Harden, but he do not come in the clutch. That's one thing about him I can never understand.
I don't know why he goes missing at times like this.
Yeah,
his game must not be conductive to it.
I mean, he played so good during the year. Like, what's going on? Like, it's not like you playing a game that you can't play every day. It's not like you.
Yeah,
like
he paced himself well during this year, like he hadn't done in previous seasons.
Right.
You know, and thought he was going because he started out really well, like he, getting his 30 and 10 assists, and now all of a sudden he can't throw it in the lake.
Maybe tonight's the night.
And he's underrated. He's one of the best scorers ever.
Yeah.
James Harden.
They let you take 3 steps back like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
I'd be unstoppable too.
Rules. I mean, traveling in the rules.
Said they let you do the do-si-do.
They certainly do. I mean, you seen the shot that Jokic won, or he didn't win the game with it, but it was before Gordon hit that dunk at the end.
Yeah, man.
That he had jumped on his pivot, did 3 or 4 move arounds.
It was ridiculous.
I think, and that was, I feel like that was a travel on that play.
Yeah, multiple
travels.
Because it's like, because I never thought that you could step off the pivot foot with the other foot once you planted already. Like, you telling me I could just step back with one leg and shoot, and it's
not supposed to be able to do that. No,
it's a shot. It's a part of my shot now.
But if those folks with the whistles don't blow them, hey, because I guess I can do it.
They're watching the game on Sunday. Anthony Edwards did something because he had cooked whatchamacallit. And my dad said, "Oh, that's a travel." Probably a travel. But I was like, shoot, I guess you could just step off with an extra foot after a pivot.
Well, see, something that I noticed watching them old school games is they moved with a lot more intention. Like, they knew the spot they were looking to get to. Like, so it wasn't like you didn't need all of that. You didn't have to put yourself in danger of traveling like that. Most of their turnovers were from throwing the ball away or something like that. You know?
Dun. It's not looking good.
Oh, here you go, man. Don't be telling what's going on, man. Don't tell him what's going on. I have high hopes right now. I mean, my screen is still with Detroit winning.
Yeah.
They're not going to call this no clear pie foul, though.
What no.
Okay.
Brunson's playing like he did in high school. He was legendary back then. Yeah. He hit him hard.
Yeah, he gave him one.
You ain't making this one.
Man, Towns ain't going to be able to have these small point nights like this.
I mean, they won't be here much
against anybody else.
Even if they win tonight, they will not be going much further. Oh, he missed one.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, and Tobias.
Taking all the drama out of it.
Right.
You have to put your feet on the screen.
Right. Well, on playback, they let you do it. So.
If Thibodeau loses this series, he's out of there.
That's for the best, most likely, but
I hate to say that because he's the last piece of the Bulls team that I did like.
I mean, Taj Gibson around somewhere.
Yeah, but he ain't productive.
In Charlotte, maybe. They let them boys get the rock back, man.
Yeah, Tobias Harris dribbled it off his face.
A star. Good. Oh man, this is good. Oh, that's
yes.
I can't say anything. I don't want to spoil that.
Yeah, appreciate that.
This is quite the night. I'll just say.
Brunson, regular man. Them Thompson boys, man. Them Thompson boys. They gonna be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, as soon as they get with the shot doctor and get that better. They ain't got to be great, but they got to be better.
Oh yeah, they got to be able to at least be a
make a guy have to step up on them. They too quick to step up.
I'd have to go send them to Chris Matthews.
All sorts of layups.
Lethal shooter. I understand it now.
The lethal shooter. You said what's his real name?
Chris Matthews.
Where did he play college at?
I think he played with KD, didn't he, in Texas?
Did he? Well, yeah, he going around calling himself the lethal shooter. I seen him shooting it was like a thimble-sized hoop. Shooting with a little ping pong ball. He said he making anything.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Towns fouled out.
Oh, snap. He did.
Oh, that might
Oh.
be an issue.
Oh.
Hart fouled first. I don't know why.
Let's see. He played Washington.
More Hart than Cat.
I think he's in. Let's see. Chris Leether, Shooter Matthews.
That ain't the person you want at the line anyway, but not with the game on the line.
Gotta control your breathing at this time on the line. You don't take enough time before they shoot that first one.
Yeah.
You gotta get their bodies under control.
CarMax.
They got to at least get one in Detroit, man. The city needs it.
He was 8-8, now 8-9.
and you know how they say when you come back from a 3-1 deficit, if you win game 5 and 6, that puts the pressure on the opposing team. Well, now the pressure will be on New York to come in the clutch.
It ain't over, though. I see they just called that timeout.
Yeah, it's definitely not over. Like I told you, magnet ball can be point.
For real. Anything can happen. Boy. I hope they do go ahead and finish this off. That would be wonderful.
Longest 50 seconds ever.
Right. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They done started the other game.
Yeah. They can get 2 possessions at least out of this.
Yeah. I don't see how Beasley scored 18 points in the first half and 2 points in the second half, though. Like, come on, man.
They made some adjustments.
Get the Clippers Nuggets off the screen. We don't need to see. We're not concerned about that right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know they got to do the game break.
And then what was it? That didn't Bridges hit like that fadeaway 3-pointer a couple of nights ago? That was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah, man. See, it done been a whole bunch of stuff in this series in particular.
Brunson, magnet ball.
Oh, come on, man. Don't take nothing. I don't want to know. I just shut my screen, bruh.
Oh, wow.
I just want Detroit to just win. Let me just think they win.
It's getting there.
That dream will turn into a nightmare.
Right. That after that Bucks game the other day, anything can happen.
Yeah.
That's for real. Anything can happen. And man, Bridges is just like
no.
He's a very I don't see how people forget about him when he gets to these times of the game. He does this. Yeah.
He's a Nova boy.
Man.
Jay Wright's guys.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm. Jay Wright's guys.
Same thing every time, man. Same thing every time. They're not even going to go back and watch these games. They just going to be like, man, we should have swept the Knicks.
If I woulda, shoulda, coulda. It was a song back in the day on that one. If I woulda, shoulda, coulda have. Gotta have a closer. Cade don't have that shot he can go to, and you know, especially when somebody bodying him up.
Yeah, you can just feel it in the air. You already know that one of these Knicks players about to put the ball in the hole.
Yep. And we'll see you next year.
Right. At least you ain't got to go far. You already home.
Right. They got to get on the plane and go over to Boston.
Yeah, ain't gonna feel like home losing 3 at home like that.
Oh no, it's gonna feel terrible.
At least the Clippers are showing signs of life tonight.
Gotta do it. Man, they let this dude Brunson just go off for 37 points. Like,
Playing like he back in high school. That's what he used to do back then.
Magnet ball on the way.
That's a shame.
It ain't over quite just yet, but I'm very nervous. I know how this ends. Magnet ball. Goodbye.
They put Dick Barnett's number on their jerseys. Huh? Okay, that was nice of him. He just passed the other day.
Oh, okay.
He played Walt Frazier.
Oh,
Walt's
man.
guard. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Magnet ball on the way.
Yeah, Detroit's got to get somebody they can go to at this time of day and say, okay, get me something.
Magnet ball might not make an appearance when Mr. Drew.
Wait a minute. That ain't no push off. They need to look at that.
Not at this time. Referees have gone home.
And they don't want Detroit to get New York.
They don't let this man drop a 40 piece.
Detroit was a nice story this year, but
And why they got him going one-on-one? If you got to get the ball out of anybody's hands, it's the clutch player of the year. Come on now.
Yeah.
And magnet ball.
And you got Cat out the game. Leave the big man.
Detroit just had the best 2 for 12, our best 1 for 12 3-point performance I ever seen in my life. That's the best I ever seen anybody play without able to hit 3 in a long time.
Well,
11-1 run in the last 2.
Every game, 5 points or less.
Could have swept them, man.
Well,
who is gonna get it?
Shoot, I don't think it pretty much
matters. No!
I was about to say, I don't think it pretty much matters no more. I see how this going.
1 for 12. Wow. Should have said they 1 for 13.
Okay, get all that out right now because you are going home in a couple days, boys.
It ain't no way that this is the way
Yell
this
it right.
game
Talk your trash now because you guys will be going the heck home.
I can't believe this is how the game ended. Like I said,
most of them have looked like this.
Yeah, this is how the Bucks got put out the exact same way.
Gotta have a clutch guy, somebody you can go to and get a shot off.
That doesn't get tired.
Well, it's good for my record. Knicks in 6.
Look at shooting it before he got it.
Yeah, man. Doggone it. Couldn't get a game in Detroit.
They got 2 games and ain't won since 08, so it ain't no loss. They ain't won a playoff game since 2008. Since Blame It on the Bulls came out.
All right, man. Shoot me the 2nd round pick Saturday night. If they got a game Sunday, we'll just figure it out.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. Well, we probably should be. We'll probably be ready tomorrow. I don't think that Golden State is gonna go away, but maybe my words will be. Hopefully I'll be. Well, I shouldn't say hopefully.
Well, if the Clippers win tonight, if the Nuggets win tonight and the Warriors win tomorrow, is 2nd round bound. So yeah, we'll see how it go. But if they do have to have that, they do have to have that game. Just keep me posted.
All right.
Send me the pics, man.
Yep. Well,
can't believe these guys blew it to a team full of Kyle Lowrys.
Well, the Kyle Lowry is going home. Starting Tuesday.
Kyle got a trophy too.
Yeah, he gotta He got his Kawhi. He got his Kawhi trophy.
All right, that's Monday night, actually. Monday.
Yeah.
Norman Powell get one of those too. Money on that team.
Was Norman Powell on that team
I
that won that
believe so.
championship?
He was.
On that team.
So, yeah,
Oh, come on, Clippers, man. Run it back.
Why you think he with Kawhi now?
Right. Go get this ring, man.
We don't need
Hitch into this wagon.
We don't need to see that.
Right.
Do not need a Clippers championship.
All right, man. Well, we'll be on
just
here
didn't want
sooner,
to- I just
sooner
didn't
than
want
later.
didn't want the Nuggets to play Lakers. Nah, it don't matter.
Right.
Fair point.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, guys.
All right.
All right, man. Love y'all. You know
Yep.
Yep.
Love yous. All
it.
right.
All right. Peace.
Yep. Take care.
Good heaven.